L-emozzjonijiet fuq wiċċ Dr. Koċaf El-Kajam Levi jiġdu ġieħu kompassjoni ġenwina. L-akademika rispettata fl-oqsma tal-liġijiet internazzjonali, drittijiet umani u femminizmu u ta' 4 tfal qed tiġbor evidenza u materjal f'arkivju speċjalizzat li qed jiddokumenta vjolenza kontra n-nisa u tfal instigata waqt l-attakki tal-Ħamas fis-7 ta' Ottubru.
When we understood that there is no response, we thought, okay, we have to document this ourselves. We have to start collecting information. We understood that the dynamics of denial is very dangerous. And we reported specifically crimes against women and children. And once I realized that some of my colleagues told me, Kochav, you say we have a historical mission to document everything. You say that we need to give voice to the victims and establish an archive. We have to give it a name. And this is how the Civil Commission on October 7th Crimes Against Women and Children was established. It wasn't really by choice, it was the necessity.
Fil-jiem wara l-attakki li twettqu mill-militanti tal-Ħamas fuq il-komunitajiet Iżraeljani qrib il-fruntiera mal-medda ta' Gaza dew ifeġġu iżjed filmati u evidenza u rakkonti minn dawk li rnexxielhom isalvaw mill-atroċitajiet.
I got into Telegram groups collecting the information, collecting images, asking people to send me information, trying to turn to colleagues, to officials, to really, I don't know, I felt like I have to see with my own eyes. I can't write in the name of legal scholars and not to see by myself. But it's deeply traumatizing.
Hija ġabret tim ta' esperti internazzjonali fl-oqsma tal-liġi u drittijiet tal-bniedem sabiex jgħinuha tiġbor u tiddokumenta l-evidenza u x-xhieda minn dawk li ssuperaw l-ara attakk fuq territorju Iżraeljan f'dawn l-aħħar 75 sena. El-Kajam Levi issa qed tmexxi l-Kummissjoni Ċivili dwar l-attakki tas-7 ta' Ottubru kontra n-nisa u t-tfal.
I realized that when I'm viewing those videos with others, it's a bit easier. So we are even developing methodologies of collecting the information, cataloging it. It's very, very difficult. So we are trying to think of a way not to traumatize ourselves too much.
Tajt li hija xokjata bl-intensità tal-brutalità u għalhekk li ddeċidiet li tieħu azzjoni. Qalet li l-Pulizija Iżraeljana ġabru iżjed minn 60,000 dokumenti viżwali u filmati mill-attakki tas-7 ta' Ottubru. Fosthom videos minn kameras li ntlibsu minn irġiel armati tal-Ħamas, minn filmati tal-kameras CCTV, filmati minn mobile phones u xbijat minn drones. Kważi 5 xhur wara l-attakki li instigaw gwerra fil-medda ta' Gaza, in-Nazzjonijiet Magħquda ppubblikaw rapport 24 paġna li jindika li tim ta' esperti jemmnu li hemm evidenza konkreta li tindika li l-militanti tal-Ħamas kienu responsabbli għal vjolenza sesswali, inkluż stupru u stupru minn kliek armati f'diversi postijiet fl-attakki tas-7 ta' Ottubru.
I understood very quickly that we are fighting for the truth. That this is being, if we are not going to do it, someone is going to manipulate the story of the victims and what happened to them. And I'm happy to say that even today we saw the report of the UN that was able to reveal parts of what we've seen here. So this is what we fought for. This is what we fought for, and we will continue to fight because we'll continue to try and give them voice. I think one of the things that I'm realizing is that it's really giving a voice to women wherever they are, because the kind of crimes that we've seen here in Israel should worry all of us as women.
El-Kajam Levi tajt li reazzjonijiet u l-azzjonijiet internazzjonali għal kwalunkwe tip ta' vjolenza sessuali, inkluż l-attakki kontra n-nisa u bniet fis-7 ta' Ottubru, iridu jkunu b'saħħithom u jibgħatu messaġġ li din il-vjolenza mhijiex ser tkun ittollerata. Qed javvanzaw ix-xogħlijiet fuq il-kostruzzjoni ta' port temporanju fil-medda ta' Gaza bil-proġett imħabbar mill-President Amerikan Joe Biden, intenzjonat li jtejjeb u jiffaċilita l-wasliet ta' għajnuniet umanitarji u provvisti essenzjali mill-baħar lejn l-art fil-medda ta' Gaza. bħalissa madwar 200 tunnellata ta' għajnuniet li ntbatu mill-port tal-Arnaka f'Ċipru lejn il-medda ta' Gaza. Bil-port temporanju mistenni servi biex dawn l-għajnuniet ikunu jistgħu jitwasslu lejn l-art mill-baħar minħabba li f'Gaza m'hemmx port. L-għajnuniet intbatu mill-World Central Kitchen li qed taħdem mal-NGO Spanjola l-Proactiva Open Arms. Uffiċjali tan-Nazzjonijiet Magħquda qalu li dawn il-mezzi mistenni jikkumplementaw u mhux jieħdu post it-trasportazzjoni ta' għajnuniet umanitarji mill-art mill-Eġittu u l-Ġordan. In-Nazzjonijiet Magħquda wissew li hemm riskju qawwi ta' ġuħ estrem, partikolarment fost it-tfal u l-vulnerabbli f'Gaza. Il-personalità famuża fid-dinja tal-internet Andrew Tate kien arrestat għal-24 sija wara li nħareġ mandat għall-arrest tiegħu u taħuh fir-Rumanija mir-Renju Unit. Tate u ħuh Tristan kienu arrestati b'konnessjoni ma' allegazzjonijiet li qed isiru ta' aggressjoni sessuali bl-akkużi ta' reati li allegatament seħħew fi 3 snin bejn l-2012 u l-2015. Huwa kien diġà tresaq il-qorti fir-Rumanija ma' ħuh huma akkużati flimkien ma' żewġ nisa Rumeni li kommettew traffikar uman, stupru u li ffurmaw klikka kriminali biex jisfruttaw b'mod sesswali l-tfajliet u nisa. Huma ċaħdu l-akkużi li nġibu kontrihom bil-warrant tal-arrest jinħareġ mill-qorti tal-Maġistrati f'Westminster. Il-każ issuwa fid-diskrezzjoni tal-qrati tal-appell f'Bukarest li jridu jiddeċidu dwar l-estradizzjoni tal-aħwa b'dewmien sostanzjali fil-qorti Rumeni jittardi għad-deċiżjoni. L-avukat tal-aħwa Eugene Vidimek qal li jittama li l-qorti Rumena ser tiċħat l-estradizzjoni tal-aħwa lejn ir-Renju Unit minħabba li diġà nħarġu akkużi kontrihom fir-Rumanija.
As far as I know, since yesterday we have a warrant submitted by the authorities from UK. In January, we will put in discussion in the appeal court of Bucharest if Romanian authorities will accept this warrant or not. At this moment, we don't think that there is any legal opportunity to execute this warrant regarding the fact that they have already a trial in Romania.
L-evidenza li qed tinstema' kontrihom tinsab fi-stadju preliminari u għad irid ikun deċiż mill-qrati Rumeni jekk hemmx biżżejjed evidenza biex l-aħwa jiffaċċjaw ġuri. Tate għandu miljuni ta' segwaċi fuq l-internet u huwa magħruf għal mod kif jippromovi stil ta' ħajja ultramaskil. Dan il-laboratorju huwa mrekken fl-iskola speċjalizzata Rosenthal fi ħdan l-Università ta' Miami l-Istati Uniti. Din hija dedikata għax xjenza marittima, atmosferika u l-Earth Science. Immexxi mid-direttriċi Dr. Catherine MacDonald, iċ-ċentru huwa speċjalizzat fuq il-movimenti ta' klieb il-baħar.
Sharks are really old, and when I say old, I mean old, right? We're talking about animals that were here before modern trees, that were here before the rings of Saturn, that were here before the North Star. Animals that have been part of this planet's history for more than 400 million years. And so, the idea that we could be the reason that many of these species disappear is terrifying. But the idea that we, these relative newcomers to planet Earth, can be the thing that helps get them over this difficult period is a really hopeful one.
Kull ġimgħa McDonald u t-tim ta' ħajwet u espedizzjonijiet fuq il-baħar biex jimplementaw proġetti ta' riċerka billi jiġbru l-kampjuni mill-lepra informazzjoni kruċjali li jagħtu ħiel dwar l-ambjent u l-ekosistema fejn huma bażati klieb il-baħar f'Biscayne Bay.
The samples that we took today help us answer questions about how this ecosystem is functioning now, but they will also help us answer questions about how it's changing in the face of the human-caused alterations that we know are coming in the future. And so understanding and finding ways to help animals thrive today is a huge part of the way of ensuring that these populations will be resilient when tomorrow comes.
McDonald tajt li l-irwol sekundarju fl-operat tal-iskola huwa li jaqqat nisa u bniet fl-imħabba tagħhom għax-xjenza u taħdem qatih biex tinkoraġġixxi l-progress tal-edukazzjoni xjentifika għal bniet.
One of the most meaningful parts of being a woman in science is the work that my lab does to support girls in STEM and their interest. So we run trips that are intentionally geared towards middle school girls, which studies show is an age at which many girls sort of start to think that maybe science isn't for them. And the chance to watch them connect with my undergraduate interns and my graduate students is really meaningful. And of course, I get letters from young girls who are excited about shark science, sometimes just asking scientific questions, sometimes asking how they can grow up to be like me. And I think for my whole lab, answering those questions, responding to those girls is one of the things that we find really deeply rewarding.
Storja ta' suċċess hija l-istudenta ta' Dr. McDonald u l-intern ġdida f'dan iċ-ċentru, Hayley Aker, li tajt li l-vjaġġ tagħha li wassal lejn iċ-ċentru huwa msejjes fuq il-perseveranza u d-determinazzjoni.
I applied to numerous shark labs and tried to get my foot in the door by meeting with other shark professors and just trying to get my name out there and trying to get opportunity for myself. But it seemed that they only were selecting other males to be their volunteers and their helpers. And they just didn't, I believe that they just didn't think that I was smart enough or could do it, you know, wasn't strong enough. And finally being able to come here and be given this opportunity to work with sharks and, you know, work on my dream has been awesome. And I love that I'm finally able to like prove myself.
Dr. McDonald tisħaq li gburija li bl-impenn u bl-imħabba li qed turi lejn il-konservazzjoni u l-ħarsin ta' kleb il-baħar qiegħda trawwem ġenerazzjoni ġodda ta' xjenzjati li huma attrezzati biex jiffaċċjaw il-kumplessitajiet tal-konservazzjoni marittima. Qalet li huma dawn istudenti żgħażagħ li jispiraw biex tkompli twettaq ħidmietha u ssaħħa l-konservazzjoni ta' din l-ispeċi marittima. U hekk kif id-dinja qed tiċċelebra r-rebħa tal-film Oppenheimer li kaxkar 7 awards prinċipali fl-Oscars, inkluż dak għall-aqwa direttur Christopher Nolan, għall-aqwa film, għall-aqwa attur fil-parti prinċipali Cillian Murphy u għall-aqwa attur f'parti sekondarja Robert Downey Jr. Id-dera tiegħu fil-film tqiset kruċjali. Inkluż dak il-kappell li spikka sew tant sar parti kruċjali mill-mod kif der waqt il-film. Huwa Mark Mejia, is-sit ta' Baron Hats, li rnexxielu jikkonvinċi lill-cast ta' Hollywood biex jiddisinja l-kappell ta' Murphy għal film Oppenheimer, kappell li anke kien approvat mid-direttur Christopher Nolan.
I was trying it on Cillian and Christopher came in and put his little flair on it just to give it the attitude that he wanted, and we captured it right then and there. It was perfect.
Mejja għandu kważi 30 sena esperjenza jiddisinja l-kpieb għal-bidu lill atturi formidabli f'Hollywood, minn Clint Eastwood għal Leonardo DiCaprio. U għatta mużiċisti li inkludu l-Beyoncé u Bob Dylan, u jaħdem mill-workshop tiegħu f'Los Angeles.
You have to be a good hat maker to make it right, to make it perfect, to bring it really into fruition, right? You need to be able to have a vision, and you have to have a little bit of art in your hands to be able to kind of create something from a one-dimensional piece like a photograph or a sketch and bring that to life and actually bring it into a three-dimensional space to make a hat that is perfect for that character.
Il-kappell kien kruċjali biex jiddefinixxi d-dera ikonika ta' Oppenheimer, ix-xjenzat formidabli li żviluppa l-ewwel bomba atomika. Bid-disinji tal-kappell jintbagħtu l-Italja u New York, qabel mad-disin ta' Mejja kiseb l-approvazzjoni finali.